second here. All right, excellent. My name is Adam Castor, and I'm a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company. That's my part-time gig. My full-time, I am ministry in the church. I love what I do. I love working for the church, and I have a big old servant's heart. And we want to welcome you to this call tonight because we're just passionate about what we do, and we're passionate about helping others. And I think you'll hear a lot of that running through all of our stories tonight. You know, that we care about our families, we care about others, and we really take health and wellness very seriously, just as part of what we do as people. So I live with my wife, Pam Castor, in Newport, New Hampshire, who you'll hear from in a few minutes. And I'm really just honored to be with you tonight to speak specifically on a topic that we've all been impacted with by and in kind of a big way, and that's allergies. It is the season. It is the season. All of the plants are coming out, they're blooming, and the pollen is everywhere. All right. And so we're going to our stories focus specifically on seasonal allergies tonight. They're very powerful stories, but what I will say right up front is that Juice Plus is not we're not here to tell you that Juice Plus is some cure-all, like magic pill on its own. And what you'll find in these stories is that there were a lot of different things that contributed to the helping of our allergies. And Juice Plus was one of those key things in our stories that helped to kind of get us to that point where we weren't suffering from allergies anymore. And so I want to make that very clear that it's not Juice Plus alone that is going poof, and our allergies suddenly are gone. And you're going to hear that throughout the stories. What you're going to hear tonight are 4 different, very powerful stories. Some are personal stories, some are about our children. And, we're going to share those with you because we truly care. And I want to start just by reading some of the studies and some of the information that is surrounding allergies. I want to start with that because more and more medical professionals are finding out that what we eat matters. All right. So the best medicine for seasonal allergies may not be medicine. Instead, healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle go a long way in lessening the symptoms. A study of 56 different countries found that populations with higher rates of tobacco use, trans fat intake, and acetaminophen use had higher rates of allergies and asthma. However, populations with higher intake of plant-based foods had lower rates of allergies and asthma. So what we're finding is that when you follow a high nutrient diet, you are creating an environment in your body that promotes proper immune function and regulation of the inflammatory response. Okay, and we'll talk a lot about inflammation because one of our research studies around Juice Plus proves that it reduces inflammation in the body, all right? So the regulation of inflammatory response, which may help to blunt the allergy symptoms naturally. The daily activities and quality of life of about 7.5% of adults and 9% of children in the US are impaired by the sneezing, coughing, and red itchy eyes that are symptomatic of allergies. Pollens from grass, trees, and weeds are the primary culprits. The immune system inappropriately recognizes these airborne substances as harmful invaders and produces antibodies. Each time one comes into contact with the pollen, an immune attack ensues, leading to inflammation and cold-like symptoms. So we've all been there. We all know what that's all about. And that's what we're talking about tonight. So 2 big key things that were mentioned when I was reading that was right off of a doctor's website, and I found it very, very interesting. Inflammation, okay, and immune system, okay, and those two areas you're going to hear in the stories. The research proves that Juice Plus helps in these areas. Okay, it boosts the immune system and it reduces inflammation, which, if you study inflammation at all, it is connected to so much disease throughout the body. Okay, so reducing inflammation is an all around good thing. And so we talk about Juice Plus, and we know that fruits and veggies help with allergies. What is Juice Plus, right? And that's where we want to start. And that's what I want to kind of introduce us to before we go to our next speaker. So Juice Plus is very, very simple. Juice Plus is just whole food in a capsule or soft chew with a food label, and that's very important. It guarantees a variety of over 30 plants consistently. It is the most thoroughly researched nutritional product on the market and in the world, and has been proven to do amazing things in the body at a cellular level. And that's another one of our clinical research studies, proves that positive cellular change occurs within the body when taking Juice Plus. So that's kind of our base product. We also have an 100% plant-based omega that not only provides omega-3s, but also 5, 6, 7, and 9. Each has its own health benefit, and the omega blend complements the capsules and soft chewables. And then we go on and we have a delicious whole food-based protein powder and nutrition bars that provide clean, convenient, one-of-a-kind plant-based fuel. And as you've already heard, we're all about getting more fruits and veggies into people. That's our core mission. And so we also have the Tower Garden, all right, which is an aeroponic vertical growing system where you can grow about half an acre of produce literally right in your kitchen. And there's no soil. It doesn't use any soil. There's a huge basin at the bottom that fills with water and a mineral solution. And the plants just grow like crazy. So we're proud of our Tower Garden. And I did want to mention also, because that first doctor website I was reading off of, it mentioned that it's about lifestyle. And lifestyle surrounding our eating is very, very important. And so Juice Plus goes above and beyond, and they're like, we have this amazing line of products, but we need to offer more to people. And so one of the programs that we offer that I love a whole lot, that Nate is actually going to talk about a little later on, is what we call the Shred 10. And basically what this is it says, all right, you have your Juice Plus capsules or gummies, you have your shakes and bars, but let's build a lifestyle around that, and let's make everything match the mission of the company, not just the product. And so that's really, really powerful. And Nate's going to touch on that because he has a pretty fantastic story when it comes to the Shred 10 that I'm excited to hear. So without further ado, I want to move on to our next speaker, and that is going to be Jana, and she's going to share her story with us.
Thanks, Adam. So I'm really excited to share my experience with everyone tonight. So just to give you a little snapshot of me, I live with my husband, our 3 kids, just outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I've had allergies, oh my gosh, since like 6th grade. So long time, been through all sorts of medications. So before Juice Plus, my normal was years of different allergy meds. When one wore off, I'd try another one, didn't like side effects. You just go through that cycle trying to find something that's going to help you. I did monthly allergy shots, and I really had a not so great quality of life. If I got an allergy attack, it was a couple days long. I was absolutely miserable when it happened, and it was just bad. I couldn't be outside if someone was mowing the lawn. I remember once in high school trying to help out my mom and trying to mow the lawn with like a bandana across my face and I couldn't finish the lawn. It was awful. I couldn't dust my house. I would dust and then be completely wiped out the rest of the day and totally miserable. So you get the idea, not good. So I started taking Juice Plus 5 years ago, and allergies were not even in my mind. I had zero assumptions. I didn't understand really that it could potentially help with my allergies. So it didn't even occur to me that Juice Plus was maybe helping with my allergies. I started in the spring, and so about 6 months in, it was the fall when my allergies get real bad, when the leaves start falling and they get wet and moldy. I realized I'd forgotten to take my allergy meds for like a week. But I was still a little skeptical. I really honestly figured it was a fluke. I was like, you know what? I've heard our allergies can change every 7 years or so. So I figured I'd probably just grown out of my allergies. This was great. And I'd been to the allergist over the summer, and I figured, you know what, it'd be time to go back. I haven't actually been retested in a really long time. So I went back, got retested, the whole down your back thing, and you're horribly itchy. And if anyone else has done it, I'm sure many people on the call have, it's not fun. And I'm lying there getting really, really itchy. So I knew I'm still allergic to things. And so she brings me out the results, and I was shocked because I am still allergic to 33 of the 41 allergens they tested me for. And my allergist was in disbelief. And I remember specifically her telling me, and I'm looking at my little quote, she said, looking at your eyes, your nose, you don't look like someone with allergies. And I was like, but I have them. They're on this paper, but this is great. Like, I'm feeling so good. And I told her the only thing that I'd changed recently was taking Juice Plus. And tied in with that, I was trying to clean up my diet a little bit. I'd had some weird health issues over the summer, and I was kind of trying to get back on track. She looks it up on her laptop right away, and she goes, you keep taking that. And she's like, your body is just so healthy. It's not having a reaction. You are still allergic, but you aren't reacting to what you're allergic to. So after that, I was sold. I was no longer a skeptic. Started sharing Juice Plus with other people. And I'm really happy to say, my quality of life today, I could never have imagined 5 years ago. I only take allergy meds when things are really, really bad. I don't know about anyone else in PA. The last couple of weeks have not been fun. I've probably taken it 2 or 3 times the month of May, but still not even every day. I'll take it if I know I'm going to be in a house with pets for a long time. But now, I can play outside with my kids. If my neighbors just mowed the lawn, I can still be outside. I can dust my house. And I kind of joke that I've probably saved a small fortune on tissues that I haven't had to buy over the 5 years, because they're not that expensive. But I don't think I go through as many as I used to. So my allergies, my improved allergies, are only one example of how Juice Plus has impacted my life. Our whole family takes it now. My husband and I certainly don't want to follow our family health histories. And as Adam kind of touched on the research, because of that, I know that even if we aren't feeling a difference, we are making an impact on our health. And as a wife, as a mom, that gives me a lot of confidence. That makes me feel really good knowing that we're doing something really good for our bodies every day. My kids barely know their pediatrician because we only go for well visits. My husband and I are healthier in our 30s with 3 small kids than we were, young, carefree 20s. And it just feels good knowing that I can do this for my family. So that is kind of my story. What I hope you walk away with tonight after hearing the other stories is, like Adam said, a better understanding of the role that nutrition plays in our health. So like I said, I never connected nutrition to my allergies before. But thanks to this business and all the education I get exposed to and learning more about the research that's been done, I understand that Juice Plus gets absorbed by my body. It's helping reduce inflammation, and it's supporting my immune system. And those are huge for allergies and reacting appropriately to the environment, not overreacting. So with that, I'm really excited for you guys to get to hear from Gabby, who will be our next speaker. She is a relatively new to Juice Plus, and she and her husband have both had some really, really exciting results that she wanted to share with us tonight.
Can everybody hear me? Oh, cool. Hi, I'm Gabby, and as Janice said, I'm pretty new to Juice Plus. I started taking it about 6 months ago. I learned about it through my good friend Adam and his wife Pam. And my story is pretty similar to Janice, except I just haven't been on Juice Plus as long. I have never been through an allergy test, but that sounds really uncomfortable, and I'm kind of glad that I haven't done that, and I hope I don't have to do it. But my big thing was, well, I have a 11-month-old daughter. It's amazing to say that she's 11 months old because I still feel very much like a brand new mom in a lot of ways. But she was born on the 4th of July last year, and I knew because I, like Adam, I also work in my church. I work as a youth minister, director of communications. My job is very service oriented, and I know that I can't give from an empty cup, basically. You can't pour from an empty cup. So keeping myself healthy is one of the ways that I serve, so that I have more to give. And so, that was paramount, especially now having, a little daughter at home and not, wanting to be able to stick with my job and not feel like I have too much on my plate. So I followed Adam's advice and I gave Juice Plus a try. And I was a skeptic too. I was like, because I hear a lot about things like this, and I was like, well, it's food. It's like, I'm not I'm not putting some strange, foreign thing in my body that may have terrible side effects. This is food, and I really have nothing to lose. And I will say that the first thing I noticed within, let's say, about a month or two of taking it, is I noticed that my energy was really good. And that was on top of being like the busiest I'd ever been in my life. And I was thinking back to other times in my life where I'd been stressed out and busy like that, and just how prone I was to just feel like I couldn't even stay awake in the evenings, like, or just, being so overtired that I couldn't sleep. And I noticed like I was tired, but I was functioning really well. And I was also sleeping better. So that was a really big thing for me. And then, as we all know, allergy season rolled around. We are in the thick of it here in southern New Hampshire. If you go out to the front of my house right now, you would think that my porch is painted green because of all the pollen on it. It's like a carpet. I'm not even exaggerating. I should have taken a picture so I could show you. But there's so much. And in previous years, I lived in Pennsylvania before I lived here, and that's also, goodness, like just this time of year, the pollen, the flowers, they're beautiful, but they are deadly when it comes to allergies. And for me, the biggest thing was I would develop asthma, like seasonal, like my doctors called it seasonal asthma. And it was really bad, and it was really scary too. There were a couple times where I never had a fully diagnosed asthma attack, but there were times when I was just suddenly, I just couldn't breathe, and I would have to make a concerted effort to like try to calm the inflammation going on in my body. And inflammation is a big thing. And that's really literally, I could feel the inflammation in my lungs and my breathing passages. So this year, allergy season rolls around. I'm looking at the calendar and I'm seeing that we're heading into mid to late March. And that's usually around the time when I start to feel really bad in different ways. And it's not just the cough. It's like a whole, my entire body. I feel like I have the flu. I break out. I don't sleep as well. I get headaches. And I'm thinking, I was like, this is weird. I don't feel any of that. And we are now in almost the middle of June. And not only have I been feeling great, I haven't had a cough once, have not needed my doctor to prescribe an inhaler. I also stopped taking Zyrtec, which I have been taking for so many years, I have lost count. And so I stopped taking Zyrtec actually. I just kind of realized when allergy season was in full swing and I was feeling fine, I was like, I'm going to try not taking this. So it's been about 6 weeks. And I know that I was on Zyrtec for so long. It was such a part of my system that I actually have been dealing with, since stopping the Zyrtec, I've been dealing with like itching skin, which I read is a withdrawal symptom from getting off of an allergy medication that you've been used to for a very long time. But so I've got my hands and my feet, they itch, but not a single allergy symptom other than that. And it's been really awesome. My husband, who's only been on Juice Plus now for maybe about 3 months, I think, he is no longer a skeptic, and he started out as an even bigger skeptic than I am. His allergy season this time of year was so bad every single year that he would miss work. He was just miserable, just couldn't even function. So we have really, the both of us, we have really experienced quite a change in our quality of life. And yeah, and I'm listening to Adam at the beginning of this call talking about, all the other, the things that complement the Juice Plus flagship trio, which is what I've been taking, the capsules. And I'm very like, I want to learn more because I'm feeling the effects of this. So yeah, after only 6 months, it's thumbs up for me. And so I am very excited to introduce Nate, who's a new friend of mine, has a lot in common with me, because I'm dying to hear his story. Apparently, his testimony is very powerful. So without further ado, I hope this was helpful. So.
All right. Thank you, new friend Gabby. All right. So, yeah, allergies. I don't remember exactly what year I started taking allergy medication, but I was fairly young, still somewhere in grade school. And I remember the first year that it happened. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember the first year it happened, being miserable. And mom saying, "Oh, you got allergies." And being like any normal person, you reached for the allergy medication. And that started the brutal cycle for me of every year needing to get a new allergy medication because it doesn't work, even though it worked last year. Last year was good, this year, not so much. And my allergies were not petty little allergies. I mean, I had the best of the best. The sneezing, the coughing, the itching nose, the runny nose, the itchy eyes, the watery eyes. If it was an allergy symptom, I had it. And I had it brutally. And it usually turned into a sinus infection somewhere along the line, at least once, maybe twice if it was a really good year. Ironically, I actually went into landscaping for a few years, and that really helped the situation. It didn't actually help the situation, but yeah. So I had really horrible allergies. Tried a different med. I tried all these pills, these capsules. I tried nasal sprays because we just went through every year when they put something new onto the generic market for allergies. We went and tried it because we went through meds like that. Then the first thing that happened was in college. I changed my diet. I cut out caffeine. I cut out most sugars. And I focused a bit more on lean meats and vegetables. And that helped a little bit. It didn't get me anywhere near where I am now, but it was the first step. And it was an exciting first step to have really bad allergies, but not be incapacitated by them, to be able to function through them. Then towards the end of college and getting out of college is when I was introduced to Juice Plus. And again, didn't think Juice Plus and allergies. I was thinking a whole bunch of other things, but not allergies. And I've been on Juice Plus for 4 years now. And the thing we noticed is within the first allergy season we took it, we noticed that my allergies were a little bit better than they were before. Nowhere near cured yet, because we were bad. We were real bad, but they were better. And so I started asking people about, is this an allergy thing? Can it help with allergies? And they said yes. And so what I started doing is when I had allergy attacks, I would actually double or even triple my dose for a few days, just until that attack sort of calmed down. And what I found is each year I use less and less allergy meds. At this point in time, I've been allergy medication free for 2 years. I've gone through 2 allergy seasons and have not touched a single allergy pill. And it's phenomenal. I am so happy to not have to go around looking for different allergy medications. It's great. The way it was explained to me was, well, you're taking Juice Plus, you're eating well, you're exercising, your body is healing itself and taking care of itself, and it can handle what nature is throwing at you. And I'm like, that's great. Now, the really cool part, the thing Adam was alluring to, is last month, the month of May of 2019, life happens and you get off track sometimes. So I had a really great month of May in terms of eating sugar and junk and plenty of wine and all sorts of things that we're not supposed to do. Went really nuts with it just because of a series of circumstances that occurred. It happens to us all. And by the middle of May, my allergies were coming back, and they were coming back bad. And I said, oh, no, 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 we can't go down this road. I have a huge lawn to mow. I have kids to play with. I have, a job to do. I have things to do. I can't go back to allergies. So I started the Shred 10, which I do every month in general, but I did one in the middle of May, and started the Shred 10 and was super strict with it. And I also started a journal each day. And just each day I kept track of like my allergy symptoms. I write down in the morning my allergy symptoms and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 of how bad they were. And then in the evening, I'd do it again, what symptoms I had by the evening, rate them 1 to 10. And each day when I started the Shred, the numbers got closer and closer to 1, to the point that by the time I got to day 4, I said, there's no point anymore. Everything's a 0. I'm back to where I was. Like 3.5 days, 4 days of shredding, and we're back. And that's not because the Shred was a magical answer. That's because I was in a place where I was already nutritionally well. I just got off track a bit, and I needed a few days to get back to where I started. But that was super cool for me to be able to have control over my allergies and to be able to say, okay, I am free to eat a whole bunch of junk, but I'm going to get allergies if I do it. And if I do some shredding afterwards, I can put them back, to actually know how my food is going to affect me and the decisions I make. So yeah, I would not say that Juice Plus was my perfect allergy med, but it is a thing that has put me in a place where my allergies seem like they're non-existent. Again, you test me, I'm going to show up. You test me, I'm going to show up very allergic to all sorts of things. If God made it green, I'm allergic to it. But you see me walk around, I'm looking great, I'm feeling great, and I don't know if it worked for other people on this call, but I certainly would say give it a try, because it's certainly not going to hurt, and it blessed us, and I hope it bless you. So now I'm super excited to pass this on to Miss Pam then. She's a wonderful person, and I love hearing her talk and share her stories. So Pam.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nate. Can you mute, Adam? So I'm the wife of Adam, and that's why there's some background feedback there. And our story is really focused about our daughter. So 4 years ago, we started Juice Plus because we knew that our family wasn't getting the recommended amounts of fruits and veggies. We also knew that our oldest daughter, Claire, who suffered from an autoimmune disease at one time, needed something to help strengthen her immune system. Now, this poor girl, she would catch everything that would go by her, a virus, a cold, a flu, she would get it. So when we first started Juice Plus, we never expected to experience all the changes that did happen for her and our entire family. And I'm not exactly sure when it happened, but it was sometime last spring when I was cleaning out the cupboard, spring cleaning, that I noticed our box of children's Claritin allergy medicine, which was prescribed by our pediatrician at the doctor's office. It had expired. We no longer needed it. And then I came to realize that we no longer needed any over-the-counter medications. And we've been antibiotic-free in our house for the last 4 years since we've started Juice Plus. Now, as you imagine, I don't think all of you know, but we are a family of 8. We have 6 children. And keeping our large family healthy is not always the easiest task. Most of them are very young and they love to use their fingers as tissues. So Juice Plus really helps me take away my mommy worries. Also on that night, when we said yes to trying the Juice Plus products, we also said yes to the business. At this time, we knew that we needed an extra stream of income to help get this nutrition into our growing family. Now, I'm a teacher by trade, and my heart is called to serve others, especially children and families. But the problem was that I was finding myself spending more time with other people's children than my own. I realized that in order to keep my family healthy, I needed to make a change. Because 4 years ago, we had said yes to the business, and then we started sharing with those that we cared about. I've been able to step out of the public classroom and create my own classroom at home by homeschooling our children. I absolutely love that I can help families get healthier and earn an income for my family without taking any time away from them. So in closing, I'd like you just to take a few minutes and think about all the stories that you heard, okay? I want you to think about what your next step is going to be. Now, we are really excited to partner with anyone who wants to earn a stable residual income in order to expand their options while making a difference. We're looking for someone who wants a secure financial future to help create a life of their own. If this sounds like you, like something you want to do, get with the person who brought you to this call, and we can share more information with you. We're also looking to partner with people who are ready to take the next steps in their health to make life easier by adding Juice Plus. It only costs a few dollars a day. Kids can get it for free, and it's the simplest and most convenient, affordable way to get the massive amount of nutrition into your busy families. There's absolutely nothing more rewarding than sharing Juice Plus with someone and watching their life change for the better. Your voice can give hope to others while you build your dream and help others build theirs. So thank you so much for taking the time to come to our call tonight. We know that your time is valuable, and we really appreciate you listening in to our stories. Adam's going to stop the recording. He's going to unmute the lines, and if any of you have